Good morning, family and friends. Happy Saturday. Hope you all had a fabulous week. Winter, got the best of us. Was cold. We're starting to see a little bit warmer temperatures, but they're not fabulous. So we knew that was coming, and we've been fortunate that this will actually be a short winter, or a little shorter winter for all of us, even though it has been extremely cold. We've been lucky for timing. So anyway, hopefully all has been very good for you this first week into the new year of 2022. Kind of curious how many of you are rocking those New Year's goals yet. I found it quite interesting. I didn't get any statistics, but it was brought up that majority of people fall short within the first month of setting those goals. So I will challenge you. I'm one piece of the puzzle, but I will challenge you to keep going strong with whatever you have set forward with. Even if it really wasn't a resolution, but rather this is what I would like to do in a different capacity, and maybe it's learning something new this year. So again, I challenge you to keep pushing at that. Don't be one of the statistics who fall off in that first 30 days. So anyway, like I said, hopefully you've had a fabulous start to your 2022. I'm going to give you a little information today, like I have been on rates and our market data, and also share what I thought was kind of interesting about the average interest rate over the decades. I started in the 70s, but when people look at us now and they go, geez, these rates are ticking up slowly, you'd be shocked to know what our families paid for back then. So anyway, we'll talk about that a little bit. But anyway, because of the amount of snow and things that we have incurred lately, guys, these are just a couple of little quick tips to help everybody out in our community. Make sure you're getting out and shoveling those sidewalks, guys, whether it's for the mailman, whether it's for people accessing your home, walking. Not everybody has transportation to and from places. So make sure you're getting out and getting those those sidewalks shoveled during this time. Also, make sure that you're keeping your exhaust vents or things on your roof potentially opened up. Make sure they are not covered with any kind of snow. That can cause some issues inside of your home. So make sure you're taking those precautions on your roof. Again, change those filters in your furnaces. Keep those things rolling during these months. And if you haven't had your unit serviced for a while, I highly recommend you do, just to check. You certainly don't want to run into major issues during these cold months. For obvious reasons, and sometimes it's a little more difficult to get them in, and you're probably going to pay more out of pocket. So go ahead and check on those few things. Rates are ticking up a little bit. Again, nothing to be completely panicked about at all, but we are at a 2.6 up to about a 3.6. They are projecting to see the 4s before the end of 2022. I'm thinking we might even go above that, just because I am seeing them ticking up slowly. Okay, so keep that in mind. Great buying power opportunity for you right now. Good morning, Teresa. Good morning, Kathy. Thank you for joining. And Teresa, I do have to just mention them pups. I'm going to need to come out there one of these times. So for our local market data, folks, okay, this is, again, residential and commercial buildings. Okay, this is not going to be any multi-units, any lots, things of that nature. But we had 8 new, 6 pending, 10 closed for a total of 97. We are under 100. We thought running over 100 was low. We're now under 100. So you can see inventory still is not where we'd like to see it. Sellers are a little bit more worried about where they're going to move to. And also, why worry about changing out those lower interest rates they've probably currently had, which could even be lower than they are right now. Okay, so anyway, we do need inventory. If anybody is thinking about selling, downsizing, moving out of the area, whatnot, we'll welcome that opportunity. So folks, this is what I wanted to bring you today. I thought this was quite interesting. We hear it all the time in our business about interest rates and how they affect your buying power. And geez, they just seem like they're going up relatively quick. Well, I'm going to tell you that's not the case. I had been in banking prior to real estate, and now I've been in real estate for 7 years, so that's quite a while ago. But rates at that time were like 4%, and people thought they were fabulous. They were actually even 4.5. Anything under a 5, I mean, boy, we told you to refinance. So I'm gonna start with the 70s, okay? Reminding you before I go into this that we are at a 2.6 to a 3.6. Back in the 70s, their average interest rates were an 8.86. Think that's bad? Wait till you hit the 80s. That was at a 12.7 average. However, in October of 81, there was reporting of an 18.6%. So talk about loss of money, okay? 1990s averaged at a 8.12. The 2000s was a 6.29, and the 2010s is a 4.09. Of course, we're not into the 2020s yet. You can see reflected, they've been into the mid twos up to mid threes in 2021 and also starting this year off. 16%, huh, Kathy? Boy, yeah, talk. I mean, I'm not sure how anybody made house payments back then. But again, we roll with the time, we roll with the punches. Nobody knew where that was high. But excuse me, we guys, for purposes of such, I need you to understand where our rates are. So if you aren't familiar with the fact that they are this low, talk to your family, talk to your grandparents, talk to other people, and they will tell you exactly what those rates were when they probably purchased their first home. So we're looking really, really good here. Couple things too. I'm always doing research. I want to know what the market is predicting for us. They are saying that we are projected to have a 6.6% increase in our inventory this year. Woohoo! We need that. So I'm hoping that is true. I'm hoping we see that trend. We need that inventory coming back for the amount of buyers who want to take advantage of these rates. Excuse me again. So anyway, with any luck, that will happen and happen sooner than later. With that being said, we are in our first week of January. I have not seen a January quite like this so far. Typically, that's a month that, everybody's getting back to school, starting the new year. They're focusing on their plans. They're looking at those kinds of things. And right now, we are kicking off with the real estate world being fairly busy. So I am telling you that's good news so far. Usually, we don't see that uptick till about March. Again, not saying it's absolutely fabulous, but I'm saying that it's a change from the past years that I have seen it. So anyway, we will run with that. So again, 6.6% increase in inventory projected for this year. Also, the other thing that I found that is still going to be very common, obviously Aberdeen, we can't really say the suburbs around Aberdeen, but for nationwide statistics, suburbs are what people are really getting into. They are all opting to get further away from the office and further away from the city due to many people doing virtual work. Okay. Also, millennials. Sounds like millennials are going to be our big home buying sweet spot. There is a projected 45 million ready to go ahead and buy. Okay, or starting to think about that. So anyway, we will see another boom hopefully coming up. Kathy, can you tell us what things we can do to get lower rates? That is something that I would certainly have you talk to a lender for, but your credit score is going to weigh into that. So focusing on your credit score, taking care of that, getting it cleaned up if there's an issue. As we know, for any type of loan that we want to obtain, it comes down to number of factors, your income, your debt, along with credit score. But typically, the better your credit score, the lower the interest rate. There's also things, Kathy, like I said, I'm not going to go into great detail. This is a question probably more for your lender. I can help you with a lender if you need assistance. But there are programs out there as well. They might even have you doing some buy downs of interest rates. So there are things that you can be doing. But again, I would talk to your lender because they're going to dig in specifically to your portfolio to see where they can assist you to get you that best rate. Okay. So anyway, I really appreciate you all tuning in this Saturday. I will see you again next Saturday. Please reach out to me at any time. As Kathy has promoted and asked a few questions, I'm always up for those. If it is something that I can't discuss with you right away now, I'll return it back to another Coffee with Kim. Yes, as somebody indicated here, and I have discussed this before, but I may just do a full conversation about it. Thanks, Brenda. She is indicating that if while you are on a mortgage, Putting any extra money down onto your principal is going to get you long ahead of the game. Looks like she said they had paid their house off on 15 years versus a 30-year loan. What people don't understand is those first few years of any loan you have, primarily your payments are going right back to that interest. So if you can take a few extra, couple $100, couple $1,000 each year, I'm not saying even every month, but if you can start making some extra money down and directing the bank to apply that to your principal, you're going to see steps long ahead of the game. Okay, guys, this goes for any type of loan you have. Most loans, however, though, do not take you out 30 years like your mortgage. But know that no matter what loan you're paying on, if you're putting some extra money down, it is going to cut drastic time off of those loan repayment years. Okay. So thanks for bringing that up, Brenda. That is probably a topic for a whole actual coffee with Kim. Not everybody understands fully how that works. So, like you said, even 25 a month, absolutely. But, some people, whether they apply it each month, they apply it each paycheck, however they choose to do it, some people will do one lump sum, whether that's after tax returns or depending on the business they're in. If it's agriculture, once they have sold off harvest and product, they can begin putting some of that down. So anyway, I am going to go ahead and let all of you go and enjoy your fabulous weekend. Please tune in again next Saturday at 9:15. I appreciate you engaging with me. I look forward to more of that. Again, reach out to me at any time. You can call me, you can text me, 228-9623. Until then, enjoy your week. We will talk to you next Saturday. Bye for now.